Timcast IRL will be live in Miami with Patrick Bet David, Donald Trump Jr., Matt Gaetz, and Luke Rudkowski. Join us there. Get your tickets by clicking the link in the description below or by going to timcast.com.
To me, it's
so
like, dude,
weird.
let's have a conversation about it. I'm not going to try to change your mind, but let's have a real conversation. And it's difficult to get that from the left because they feel if they yell louder at you that they're correct. That's the weird thing.
Also, it's a charity golf tournament. Do you have to even have the conversation?
Yeah.
Just go be polite to one another and move on with your life.
Yeah. You know, I asked him if I got a movie coming up in October and that I directed a beautiful movie. It's called Miracle in East Texas. Please check it out. It's miracleineasttexas.com. And it's a wonderful movie. It's a true story. And I asked him, hey, would you do an endorsement for it? And he goes, well, is it got like a faith message to it? I don't care, but then why ask that?
Yeah.
So like you brought up earlier, when people ask questions or they say something, their defense like, well, he's Epps isn't working for us. Well, we didn't say that he was. Why are you defending yourself with that? So it makes you wonder about what they're saying. So I had a hard time getting him to want to even give an endorsement for my movie, and we're in the same industry. And I said, look, I got a wonderful cast with John Ratzenberger, Lou Gossett Jr., Tyler Mane. It's a wonderful true story. It's won 10 film festivals. Yeah. So I was telling people right now, please go. I got to get my plug-in for it. Go to sorbostudios.com, actually. There it is.
We got it pulled up. Tell us about it. What's going on?
It's a true story set in 1930, and it's about the largest oil find in the history of the world. True story. It was about two con men played by myself, and there's John Ratzenberger just to the other side of me there, next to Lou Gossett. And they would go through Oklahoma and Texas, wooing widows out of their money on fake oil wells. Wow. They would sell 500% of the shares, declare a dry hole, going to the next city. They get down to Texas in the Kilgore area. They strike oil by accident. Largest oil find in the history of the world. I'm not giving anything away because it's Miracle in East Texas. There's other little miracles happen along the way. But it's won Best Romantic Comedy, Best Faith Film, Family Film, the judge's favorite. It's an amazing movie. We only got 2 days. It's a Fathom movie, and Fathom gets independent movies out there. We're on 750 screens, but we need people. If you buy tickets right now to sell this sucker out, we'll get more dates. It's a PG film. You can take your 6-year-old.
And I saw that it's got the pay it forward method too if you want to buy tickets for other people.
It's a wonderful, true story, and you'll laugh at it. It's just it's great, and it's really eventually it's how the Hunt family became so wealthy.
Hunt? Really? What family is the Hunt family?
The Hunt family. Well, they became very wealthy. The two Hunt brothers owned the Kansas City Chiefs since the 1980s.
Wow. So wait. These guys were ripping people off and accidentally were right?
They accidentally struck oil. And it was just, and my character wants to get the heck out of Dodge. John Ratzenberger looks just like the real guy in real life. His character, he wanted, Dad Everett was his name. He wanted to stay and said, look, we're going to bring oil in. Dude, we sell 500% of the shares. You can't have a 500% of the shares. And we ripped off all these other people now, these other cities. He goes, I'm an oil man. I'm going to do this. And of course, we get arrested. And it's during the court case and all the widows come down to see us get hung, basically. And it's just a very fun movie. Dan Gordon is the guy pictured just to my right as I face it. Dan Gordon wrote this. He's an Oscar-nominated writer. He wrote Hurricane for Denzel Washington.
I love that.
White Earp, Kevin Costner wrote 60 episodes of Highway to Heaven for Michael Landon.
Wow.
And that's my wife next to me. She's in the movie. She produces the movie with me, and it's a wonderful, wonderful family movie. So please, for all those fans that keep saying, please make more movies like this, I don't have $100 million advertising budget like the Avatars do. We need word of mouth more than anything else. And,
so 39 days till it comes out?
Yes.
What's the October 29th?
October 29th and 30th. And if we sell out the theaters, it's going pretty good right now. If we sell them out, we'll get more days. But this at least gets us in the theaters. And that's what Fathom is able to do for independent movies.
What's Fathom?
Fathom is a company that gets movies like mine, independent movies in theaters, documentaries, gives you 2 days. You got to get out there and really hit the pavement to do promotion work. I've already done probably 80 interviews in the last 3 weeks with another 80 to do before the thing comes out. So that's why I'm on the road right now doing it. They do a great job to get it out there, but it's up to me to do the promotional work, and I appreciate you guys giving me a plug for it because this movie is great for the whole family. You will love it, and it's a true story, which I absolutely love. All the music is 1930 or earlier. All the cars are 1930 or earlier.
How long is it?
One of the trains, it's about an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, I love it. Under 2 hours.
Yes, it is. It's under
best
2
thing
hours.
ever.
Oh, right on.
And the train here is one of the 2 working trains in all of North America pre-1930.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So we got to use the train, which is good production value.
What is it? Is it 30th a Saturday?
No, I think it's a Saturday Sunday, isn't it?
Oh, okay, even better.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Anything under 2 hours.
Oh,
now
no,
is
it's
even more
Sunday, Monday.
exciting.
It's Sunday, Monday. So we get more days. Obviously, we'll get more time for it to get out there. But like I said, great movie. John Ratzenberger's awesome in it. Luke Gossett Jr., the guy in the beard in the far left, that's Tyler Mane. A lot of people that know WWF guys. He was a very famous wrestler back in the 80s and 90s, and he was Sabretooth in the X-Men movies, and he's Jason. And he's got that leather mask on. All the scary movies. He's about 6'10". He's this really
nice.
He's a really big dude, and he was great in this. And as I told you, I love doing true stories, and this is just another really wonderful story and a wonderful Dan Gordon script.
Do you like acting or directing better?
I started directing back in Hercules by season 3. When I walked into Universal, I said, "Hey," I talked to Sam Raimi, was our exec producer. I said,
Sam Raimi was the executive producer. I didn't know that.
Who did the Evil Deads, and he did all the first 2 Spider-Mans. And I said, I'm going to direct. He goes, okay. And I went, well, okay, thank you. I thought there'd be some kind of fight that I was kind of ready to go. But I started directing back then. I love to direct. I did another movie early this year called Left Behind, Rise of the Antichrist. Left Behind is based on the 80 million Left Behind books. It's written by Jerry Jenkins. Right now his son Dallas Jenkins is doing The Chosen, which went to the Fathom route as well. The Chosen's
doing really well.
Massive. And they raised all their money from people. They raised $30-40 million from people, so it's outside the Hollywood system. And I still, if you're going to give me a choice, I'd still love acting more. But I've got 4 of the movies in post-production right now, so I've been staying busy doing my own thing.
That you acted in or directed?
I directed one other one, but I acted in the other ones, and I got 2 documentaries that I produced that are coming out later this year as well.
We were talking about last night about the Disaster Artist movie with James Franco,
sure.
and James directed it and acted in it.
Right.
And how do you overcome as a director and an actor like the difficulty of not seeing yourself acting as you're directing? Like, how did you go back and watch the?
I trust usually. I have ADs that I love to use, and my wife is a very smart producer as well. I trust their opinions when I finish a scene, but I usually know I can find myself. I go, I'm acting right now. I'm not doing a very good job, but I like to work fast. I'm a believer in the way Clint Eastwood works. He shoots 8-hour days and makes Oscar-winning pictures. I don't go beyond. I make 12 hours tops, but you start working with these directors that do in the 16-hour days. You don't have to. There's a lot of wasted time on sets, as you know. I mean, there's just a lot.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yeah, but then it's like I'm like another AD in the set. What are we waiting for? What's going on? So I always want to work with people that work quick. I want a DP that knows his lighting. The DP we had here was great. We shot this in Canada actually, and I showed this movie to a group of people in Texas, and they go, "I know where that was." I said, "No, you don't."
I was literally just going to ask where, and he said,
"That's the best."
So what? Once again, it's show business, not show. They got a bigger tax credit. They get a bit dollars more stronger up there. The 3,000-acre ranch that we shot in. Okay, if you're looking east, you're looking at the Rocky Mountains in downtown Calgary. You looking west, it looks like Texas. And that same location we shot at, Revenant was shot there with Leonardo DiCaprio. They shot Lonesome Dove there. Okay, they shot Open Range with Kevin Costner, and they shot Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven. It's good enough for Clint Eastwood. That location is good enough for Kevin Sorbo.
Pretty much.
Just got our tickets.
Yeah.
Got our tickets.
You're a good man.
Got 10
Thank
tickets for us and the crew.
You are awesome.
Our
Thank
theater's
you.
got it. Our theater down the street.
Yeah, all you got to do is plug in your zip code, and right now you can. Thank you for that. I
They
appreciate
do
it.
all the theaters.
You'll love this movie. You'll love this movie. It's just a lot of fun. And make sure you stick around for the credits because the outtakes are hilarious. And there's one less thing that happens when all the credits roll that I added that I think you'll get a big laugh out of.
First.
Yeah,
the story sounds awesome. It sounds like a fun movie.
It's fun,
right? I like the story idea. Fan of your work. But on top of that, we're dealing with an industry that kicked you out not for no reason other than your private personal life and beliefs.
Yep.
Even though you have the biggest show. I don't know what
Hercules was the most watched show in the world by season 3. We're in 176 countries. Andromeda was in 150 countries, and the number one show in first run syndication in America.
So you are a superstar. You're making money for the industry, hands down. And they say no, you're not allowed to believe these things. So we're getting rid of that. We should support films like yours, so that we can tell that industry to. I'll refrain from swearing. To please leave us alone. Please leave.
But look at the movies they're putting out there right now. Disney's looking at $1 billion loss this year, more than $1 billion.
Out of 20,
I do movies that are in the $3 million range. I do movies that are fun. They're family. These are movies Hollywood used to do. Movies that had hope and love and laughter in it. You know?
We were talking about this. We talked about this last night. Groundhog Day masterpiece.
Great movie.
But what was the budget on that thing? Super low, right? I mean, it's just
I can't imagine they probably shot that for $15 million.
it's just good actors and comedians in this place.
Yeah.
And then
in 20 out of the top 20 movies that made the top 20 in the box office this year, 10 of them financially lost money. 10 of them were did not make enough
Indiana
money.
Jones is going to lose about
lost
terrible.
$800 million.
Yeah.
So
I tried watching it. It's just I'm sorry.
Well, they make the woman the big star again. They took away Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones, and that's what most of these movies are doing, is this emasculation of men. It's just that women are the big badasses, the men are a bunch of losers.
And the sad thing is like when you say $100 million budget, that's actually the low end now. Like the ones
that was about that was a $280 million budget.
Yeah, the ones that all lost money, the ones that gambled on $200 to $250 million budgets. There was others that were more than that because COVID restrictions ended up setting people back a large period of time. So out of those top 5 movies, 4 were all $100 million movies that ended up making extreme amounts of money because they did good marketing. At the bottom end of that list, you have Sound of Freedom and 2 horror movies, all of which spent less than $16 million to make over $100 million.
Sound of Freedom was about $14.5 million budget. I saw the movie 3 years ago. Jim Caviezel and I had the same manager for years, so I saw the movie a while ago. They made it 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and that movie, they had to buy it back from Disney because Disney sat and did nothing with it. So they needed to make $50 million to break even, and they did. And it made $175 million. It made more money than Indiana Jones,
and it's now made over $200 million.
You know what fueled that? Number one, Angel Studios. Angel Studios is being chosen. They go on. They got I don't know 100 million people that watch them, and they said support this movie. So they did. Hollywood came in and attacked the movie. So basically, Hollywood said, "Hey, we're not against child sex trafficking. We're for it. We're pedophiles." And I think it made people angry on the left side and the right side. There's plenty of people that are atheists, plenty of people that are the left. They don't want child sex trafficking either. So they went to the movie.
If there were some communists who made a movie, and they had conservative actors in that film, and they were trying to make the story of a young communist on an adventure, and it was a very ideological film, but they were super chill and being like, "Hey man, we don't want to judge you. We just want to make a film." I'd have respect for that. Yeah. But it's worse. They're making over budget, bad movies, regurgitated movies, while telling you that you are not worthy to be in their presence. So I say, screw them. We support people who are nice and who believe in good things. And so whether it's Sound of Freedom or Miracle in East Texas, these are the kind of movies I would much rather pay to see and pay extra to see and pay it forward for other people to see, simply to tell, I'm going to refrain from swearing, these jerks to shove off. If they were nice, I'd say, I'm sorry your movie didn't do well. But they are not nice people. They are mean and nasty people. So they don't deserve success. Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.